Hi, everyone, and welcome to our channel. We did it. We passed our ham radio exam, and we are officially ham radio operators.
Word.
It's something that we have put off for the last 5 years, ever since we started prepping, because quite honestly, ham radio was something that we were not interested in. And we kind of always had the mindset that when crap does hit the fan and communications go down, the law probably won't care whether you have a ham radio license or not.
In the last year, great YouTube channels like Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, Vision Preparedness, and Zero Hour would ask questions like, what is your communication plan when things go south and there is no cell service available? What's your plan? We would sit there and be like, well, we got ham radios.
And then I was like, yeah, but they're not even programmed, and we have no idea how to use them, what channels to tune into. And also another reason why we decided to take the class is because we read a great book called Bunker Basics by Chance Paladin. Buy it on Amazon. We'll drop the link in the description section below. He starts the book off pretty much asking, if you were in a fully loaded bunker, would you know how to successfully use every item in there to survive? So we felt it was time to get our butts in gear and take a ham radio class. Now, if you are already interested in radios and antennas and learning every internal component of radios and building your own system, you will more than likely enjoy the course and find it pretty easy.
However, if you're like us and have zero interest in it, you might find it pretty boring and wondering why you signed up in the first place.
I felt like we were learning how to rewire our house.
Yeah.
But to be clear, it wasn't our teacher that was boring. In fact, listening to him teach and tell stories, especially when he was in the Vietnam War and how ham radios worked back then, and just seeing the joy and happiness that it brought him teaching others made the class worth it.
And there are many different aspects to prepping and skills to be learned. Some are fun and others you tend to put off. Sometimes you have to learn skills that genuinely don't interest you, but are important to know in an emergency situation.
Yes, the ham radio course we took was about 12 weeks, 1 day a week for 3 hours, but it opened up doors of opportunity for us to be more involved in our community. And that part is exciting. We had no idea a ham radio club even existed and all the benefits that come with it. First and foremost, a lot of people in the prepping community always say that they feel like they're the only preppers in their community, and like there's just nobody else around, and they just feel like they're alone. Well, we are here to tell you, take a ham radio class and join the club in your area. You will no doubt meet some preppers. When we were asked why we took the class, we said because we're into emergency preparedness and it's a skill that we want to have. Our teacher, his assistant, our classmates, they were all like, oh, we're into prepping too. We were also invited to the Christmas party there, and there was about 40 to 50 people in that club, and everyone seemed to be on the same page. So if you're looking to connect with like-minded people, that is a great option. I don't think anyone takes ham radio class just for fun. No. I know we didn't, but there's always a reason behind it.
Yeah, and getting your license allows you to participate in all sorts of events like assisting EMS from a communication standpoint. For example, every year we have it's a 15K race called the Boilermaker, and ham radio operators volunteer to assist EMS by identifying struggling or injured runners and relay their number and important information to emergency services so they can act quickly in getting that person the proper medical assistance they need. Also, during Halloween, our area has a thing called the Pumpkin Patrol, where you help out police and guard certain overpasses, making sure there's not a bunch of teens out there throwing pumpkins onto oncoming traffic. So that allows police officers more freedom to patrol other areas in the neighborhood.
And also, you can bring your ham radios anywhere, camping, hiking, festivals. Like this one festival we go to every year. It is jam-packed with zero Wi-Fi. And sometimes Rick and I will split up and I'll go look at the crafts and he'll be checking out the food. Then it takes us forever to find each other because the phones don't work. We do have a meetup place and time set, but if either one of us is done shopping early or an emergency arises, now with our ham radios, we can communicate with each other without a problem. Ham radio is a world in itself. And it's worth taking the class, whether you're interested in it or not. And I was really surprised at the amount of women that were at the Ham Radio Club, and they actually do have their licenses. I thought I would be like the only one. And like we said, it wasn't the fun side of prepping that we like to do, but we have already grown to like it because of all the benefits and connections it has given us. So suck it up, sign up for a class in your area, and keep in mind that you are preparing with a purpose. So it's worth your time.
Yes, it is. We hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and peace out.